Good morning from a much cooler Flagstaff, Arizona. So we came up to Flagstaff today basically just to escape the heat. It has been brutal in downtown Phoenix lately with humidity and the heat, and I just needed to get away. So we decided to just come on up, no major plans. Just come up, get some movement in, get some hikes in, and just escape that heat. So this year's actually been pretty different in the fact that Arizona's had a ton of monsoons. So if you don't know what a monsoon is a pretty volatile storm that happens when cold air and the super hot air mix and bust into a lovely storm. Lightning, rain, flash flooding, because our ground is not used to that kind of moisture. So the good news about that is nothing's on fire up here. Or down in Phoenix. The sad news is that a lot of things are closed still because of the pipeline fire. The rain obviously impacts being able to get up here and have fun and camp, and you have some flash floods and damage from that. So it's really good on one hand because we really need the rain, really bad for the adventure hand. But we got a break in the rain this weekend, and so we came on up to enjoy the temperatures. Now, we have actually been thwarted at every cost today. Our first two trails actually, the road in was closed due to Climb for Cancer. The second one was closed because of pipeline fire damage. And the third one, the parking lot was so full I couldn't even get in. So I had originally planned to end the day at Lake Mary and decided to go ahead and flip the script and come here first because I had a dog that was in the car for almost 4 hours as we drove around trying to figure it out. But good old climate change has also thwarted this a tad bit because this is Lake Mary. It does get better that way a little bit, but it is so packed that I couldn't find a place to let the idiot run around with giant sticks off leash. So we came to a very muddy part of Lake Mary to let the boy run, and when we're done here, there's a hike over here that we could do, or because I drove around for like an hour, we might make it back to the other first two hikes that I wanted to do today. So we will see. Some of it is weather dependent. It wasn't supposed to rain, but as you can see, the clouds behind me are there. So we're gonna go ahead and just enjoy some muddy lake time, but still some lake time. There's some beautiful flowers out, so I'm gonna try to find a photo opportunity for that. And let's just see where the day takes us. That is all part of the adventure life. Some days your adventures are thwarted and you gotta find a new one. Very messy game. Nice size. Super convenient. He got a little of the sassy energy out, so I can tell you that Lake Mary is located just outside of Flagstaff. And technically, as kind of as you're coming in, you'll always see he's cracking me up, the Lake Mary Road exit, and Lake Mary is right on that road. There is Lower Lake Mary, which is no longer a lake, which is crazy because I was just here a few years ago and that was where we played. And actually, we also, right where we were standing right now, used to be completely underwater. So kind of wild. But you can park anywhere along Lake Mary Road. You'll find lots of pull-offs that you can just pop on down to the lake and play. There are 2 day use paid areas where you can launch watercraft, boats, I think more of jet ski, along those lines, canoes, paddleboards, things like that, versus actual boats, because I don't know how deep this is. Lake Mary Road itself is a really popular road for cyclists and runners in training. So When I say runners in training though, I mean the fast people. I've always seen people along the road running and cycling fully kitted out. So be cautious of that as you're driving down the road. It's a gorgeous road. It actually goes into the town of Lake Mary. There's lots of camping, campgrounds, dispersed camping, all in this area. It's a very popular area. So if you are gonna camp, I highly recommend getting here early to secure a space. But we've got the lake to ourselves, so we're just gonna keep enjoying it. I found this great, awesome area to walk along that's not as muddy or rocky as the time before. But sadly, all of the sticks are completely soaked, so they are sinking. And it is not very fun for Feeny, and it's also a very muddy job for me. Let's try this one, bud. It feels pretty soggy. Oh, you got it! Yay! Yay! You are so gross! Yay! I thought I found a big not dry or not wet stick, but it's like a root. Oops. Let's go back to the hunt for a not soggy stick so we can play fetch. Back on the hunt we are. Oh, here's a little tiny one. Oh, this one's nice and dry. Ooh, nice and dry, nice and dry. Ooh, that one. Why walk on the grass when you can just meander through the water? Now he gets in the grass. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna say he has literally walked from all the way back there to all the way up here in the water. And the second I turn the camera on, he comes out. This dog loves the water. Size, bud. Nice, nice, nice size. Super convenient. Super convenient. We just finished up at Lake Mary. His energy levels are depleted, but not all the way gone. So I did make the decision that we were gonna go ahead and do a hike over here. The Sandy's Canyon Trailhead is just up the road, and we're gonna do that versus going all the way across town to the other hike. We are over at Sandy's Canyon Trailhead. This is a 3-mile out and back, and it only has about 354 feet of gain, so super easy, really nice hike that skirts the rim of the Walnut Canyon. Then you drop down in, you get to be part of the canyon. There is access to the Arizona Trail from Sandy's Canyon Trail, so you do have access to a lot more mileage than just the 3. We're gonna stick with just the 3 today. 1, we're getting a really late start. 2, I'm still recovering from a stomach bug, so just kind of taking it easy. But yeah, let's get exploring Sandy's Canyon. I've been here once years ago, so I don't really remember it, but I'm already seeing peeps of the canyon and I'm excited to drop down in. Nice, easy start to this trail. Just a nice little packed dirt walkway. Nice packed dirt section after that little chunk of rocks that you know I hated. Our first view of those canyon walls. Right, we're about 1.6 in. This trail, if you can see behind me, is awesome, flat, cruisy, coasty, but it is getting warm and the Fiends is getting hot, and the Fiends is most important. So I want to get back to the pieces of the trail that are more covered in trees, and we can hang around there, check out some of the cliffs and canyons, canyon walls as we get back past this wide open, really sunny spot. So yeah, it has been a beautiful trail. I could probably do this for miles, so I definitely will come back when it's cooler and explore this a little bit more. But for now, we're gonna go that way. So these cliffs that are behind me are colors from the World Heritage Site, very reminiscent of Utah, of the Grand Canyon. I can never tell. There's a little better. I don't think cameras ever do anything justice, but there's orange and purple and different shades of brown. This is actually a offshoot to Marshall Lake from the trail we were on. You can totally see these rocks from the trail, but definitely worth the little side trip. Doesn't add on much just to get a little bit more up close and personal with these guys. Highlight of the trip. I have a feeling there's more further down. I just turned around, but these are within that like 1.5 miles. So definitely check them out. It got a little hot, so we're gonna sit in the shade, eat a mango, and we're gonna head out. So the elevation is all in about 3/10 of a mile. So come down, climb out. So short and steep. Fun little workout to cap off. Very nice hike, but definitely is toasty. How about? This is what I like to call a looking down hike. Means you don't get to really look up that much during these portions because you're paying attention to where you're putting your feet. So it is nice because the uphill is shaded. So if you're gonna go straight up, it's not that bad, but if you're gonna go up, might as well be in the shade. It's a fun little climb. I'm actually cheating now because my car was before the trailhead, so I'm off-roading to get to my car. So I don't have to go all the way to trailhead and all the way back. It's not that long, but it's very warm. Very, very warm, if I haven't said that 12 times. Oh yeah, oh yeah, AC. Back in the AC. All the water. And we're gonna finish off this day the only way I know how. The best way I know how. The day of thwarting and things being closed continues, and Mama Burger is temporarily closed. No idea why. So we were gonna finish the day with a Mama Burger while he was, and some fries and a Coke. That is closed, so I'm gonna try to figure out option number 2. It's the day of option number 2 and plan B's. So we ended up at the Habit Burger and Grill. If you can't have Mama Burger, the Habit's pretty good up here. It's just a little too toasty to be walking around downtown on the Fiends' feet, so that's why we didn't want to go to a restaurant. So we just went through the drive-thru and we came over here to Buffalo Park, which is right in downtown Flagstaff. Super beautiful park. We might walk around a little bit. You can see Humphreys is behind me. My stomach is still bothering me from being sick, so I just have some plain old fries, and then they made Feeny a nice seasonless patty. So we're gonna have that. We might walk around a little bit and then probably head on home. Very fast eater. My fries. Okay. We had to move because there were 1.5 million bees. So, moved to a rock. I swear this day. Beans, we were thwarted again. A little bit about Buffalo Park while we sit here and just relax is that it is located just outside of town, and it is a great place for all sorts of activities. So a lot of the trail around here is flat gravel, so very easy. Then if you keep going straight towards the mountain, it'll dead end right into real trails into the national forest. So the possibilities are truly endless. Running, hiking. One of my favorite is to grab a coffee in the morning and come out here and walk and watch the sunrise with the view of Eldon and Humphreys, which is absolutely epic. Sunset, you're going to see a lot of people here for engagement photos, maternity photos, graduation photos, all the photos. It's absolutely beautiful sunrise, sunset, but it's also pretty darn great midday. So highly recommend it. Check it out in whatever form you want to, activity, exercise, or chill and relax like we're doing today. You smelling all the dogs going by? Yeah? All right, I think we are going to call it a day here. As great as it has been to just sit here and relax and be in the moment and soak it all up, I'm honestly pretty tired. This day has not gone at all like it was going to, and that's just part of adventuring. Sometimes your plans get thwarted the whole day, but I definitely spent hours driving around, chasing things. In between, I've tripped, I've fallen, I've had bees follow me. I literally dumped all my french fries, luckily on my lap. It has just been one of those days, but that's part of adventuring. Sometimes it all goes really well and really smooth, and then other times you just have to find the adventure in the misadventure and still have fun. We got to play at a lake, we got to go to a canyon, and we got to sit at a park and eat french fries. I mean, can you really complain about that kind of day? So I think we're gonna wrap it up though and head home, and we will see you in another episode.